So I want to talk about standing up for ourselves and each other. And I guess this is a three-parter. We'll see if I can pull it off. Part 1, Bhagavad Gita. There's a point in it where Krishna and Arjuna are in the middle of a conversation, and Krishna kind of has to explain to Arjuna that there comes a point in people's lives where they can't blame their leaders anymore. The leaders have a pressure to be a certain example, and the people have a pressure to select a good leader and to also, follow the leader. And, the leader at some point cannot be blamed for the choices that the people make. And the people can also not be blamed for the choices that the leader makes. Now, that's part 1. So it's realizing personal accountability and how much control and power we really do have in certain scenarios. And then there is the, I have to stop. Hold on, let me think. There's this friend that I had, that was, I can just remember I looked up to her. I really looked up to her. And so I felt very, servitude towards her. I felt this strange servitude towards her. And I remember one day trying to offer her a blanket. It was at the end of a long day, and we had this crazy adventure, and I wanted these adventures so much. And I remember her being fuck off. Her kind of being stop offering me things. It made her feel kind of victimized. It made her kind of feel victimized. Okay. Now, with that said, I can remember a girl offering me help when I was homeless, and me being same attitudes, fuck off. What makes you think that I need help just because I'm homeless? What? And I was going through that, so I understand. I've been on the other side of that, offering homeless people things, and sometimes they're really receptive and grateful, and sometimes they're like, what makes you think I want your help? Okay. I was working one morning, and this woman came in, and she was growing out her hair, and the gray was showing, and I told her, you should keep it gray. Gray is attractive. And she leaned in and said, don't you ever tell me what to do with my body. And my coworker stood up for me and said, you know what, she's just giving you a compliment. She's not saying anything mean. And I turned to my coworker and I said, don't stand up for me. That woman left, and my coworker ended up leaving. My coworker ended up being I don't want to be here anymore. I want to leave. So with that said, I think of her often because she really was standing up for me, and it was nice of her because, you know what? I don't really get a lot of, I don't know. It's nice of people to do that. Be aware is all I'm saying. You never know. And when it comes to doing the right thing and standing up for each other, if you feel inclined to stand up and say something, that's okay. But do realize that not everybody feels the need to be saved. They want to save themselves. And also, some people don't know how to stand up for themselves. So it's okay when you do intervene, and God bless you for doing so. Thank you for listening.